Ever thought of buying an apartment abroad? I did it. Here's what I wish I know before buying in Panama.
Hi everyone, I am super happy to be back with you on my channel. If you're new, welcome. You are in Renovation and I am showing everything about my experience here in Panama and abroad. So I was a bit MIA, that's true, and that's why I'm very excited to be back again. But a lot of things happened, and to be totally honest, I couldn't find the time to record that video, so I am super excited to do it now. As you know, we started like a mini-series, and 2 days will be the last part, the third and last part of this mini-series. Of course, I will do other videos. So today I want to show you the full transformation, okay, the real cost, the challenges, and how I finally found a reliable tenant. So let's go into it. Design vision. Have a clear vision and adapt to local constraints. A project, doesn't start with walls, but start with vision. I like really this approach. I really wanted to have a space that feels stylish, modern, warm, but not too much, like something that brings some European chic, but also meeting this ease of tropical living vibes that I hear in Panama. And in other words, I wanted to have something comfy, okay? So I started with a simple mood board. I don't know if you need it, but if you don't, I recommend. One of my best tools was Pinterest. So Pinterest was my best friend, and I'm sure that it can be yours too. You have an unlimited inspirational if you do not have vision on how to decorate, how you want your place to look like. So please use it, because for me it was definitely helpful. I worked with a small budget, I think, because knowing that my father was from the middle, because he was like architecture, and also he had a passion to decorate like apartments. So when I was younger, I think I get the fiber from him on how to decorate, or have like a thing for that, because when I was younger, I generally used to decorate my bedroom, and I really enjoy that. Projecting to now, I'm going to share with you what was the cost for me and what was also my estimation and everything. But I think I tried to work with a budget that was optimized, and of course the idea was to have like a good price quality ratio. Okay, so here I'm showing a little bit more details about what was my estimated budget for the furnitures, but also the work to be done, and as per each room of the apartment. You can definitely press pause to have a deeper look, but I'm going to share with you the total of my estimated and the real cost more at the end of this video, so keep watching. And also the fact that this is, yes, was tight, the timeline, because I did everything I'm going to show you. I did it like in 2 weeks. Yes. Why? Because when I did all the process of buying, then starts the bank letter, right? And when this starts, it means that you have to pay, and of course you don't want to pay if it's an investment, at least. So my approach was to, okay, I can give me 1, maximum 2 months to do all the work, renovation, all the buying of furniture and stuff, and also to find a tenant. But I didn't want to spend a lot of time, because the more you spend, the more time you spend, then the more money also you spend. And for investments, you have to be tactical, you have to be like strategic, and every time, every cents counts, right? So yes, I really wanted to do like in a short time, and of course I was a bit flexible in case of things that are non-planned, because this happen all the time. Okay, you have something planned, but you always something pop up, because you also experimented. At least for me, it's the first time. So I also wanted to do not put too much pressure on it, because I want to have the things done well. But I also like to be framed and have a dedicated time, so I can see how things progress, and for me it's like a way to reach my objective. So you also need to know that not everything is available locally. I had to do kind of a mix between local stores with online stores. So the people who live in Europe, as me before, at least in France, like there's this big store called IKEA, where you can find almost everything and a good price ratio if you have like a certain budget. But here in Panama is not the case. At least you can go to one store, but believe me, it's going to be expensive. So I kind of do this mix of a lot of store I could find. I was very picky with the things. So for example, I was seeing something in a shop, but then I wanted also to see in another shop I could find even better or even approachable in terms of the price. And for me, as I said, is something I really enjoy to do it. So I really also was passionate, because you have to be passionate. If you are not passionate, so you're going to be to the shortest, let's say, way, but might not necessarily the best approach in terms of cost optimization is, for example, your criteria. And in this part of things, yes, the cost, the budget has a huge impact. So it depends on what is your approach. And again, this for me was very fun. I really enjoy. And at the end, I could reach, but you will see, stay to the end, because of course some things, some challenges pop up, and I'm going to share you other tips. But in the overall, I was quite satisfied with what I achieved. Okay. The challenge was balancing aesthetics with the reality of living in Panama's humidity and heat, because also this is a key element to consider as it comes to furniture. You will see that yes, the humidity and the heat do things on furniture, and especially when it's also not well installed or do not have like the right materials. So here, the right and important message that you have to remember and keep in mind is that the right contact can save you money, but also stress. Okay, so definitely finding a contractor, I would say, as a foreigner, but I don't want to put this in kind of difficult being a foreigner, but yes, it can be at some point if you're not like comfortable, especially if Spanish is not your language, and if you don't know have like the right approach. So yeah, let's be honest, it might not be easy for everyone, and I always try to challenge timing in a very clearly way. Okay, here is important, I would say, in general, because renovation, this type of things might take times, and if you're not after it, if you're not here, because in my case, when I did the renovation at my apartment, I was there almost every day. And if I was not, I was trying to have like my partner, or if you are kind of alone, just trying to see if you have anybody that is relatable, someone that supports and make things progress, because we know like when you are not there, things that people can take it easy, you know, it's not their baby project, it's yours, so they don't have like the same expectation, the same things of having the things done that you. Okay, so it's very important that you also kind of put a rhythm, especially if you have like me, a time frame. I think is, for me in the future, definitely something that I would like to support with, and especially for the people who are not so familiar or comfortable with that. So yeah, I experimented daily in the process, like everyone does. This always happened. The person like show up late, sometimes also because of the traffic. Also some materials that you plan to buy at the end, like out of stock, you need to see if you can replace by another one or find to another store. So all of this like happened to me, and the more like you are clear at the very beginning, the more you have like a structure, the less that you may face it. Even though there is also external things that are out of your control. That's why I'm saying that you might 99% experience something unplanned. This is part of the process, but it's also part of the fun thing, in the way that you need to find a solution. At least I like to do it from time to time, not all the time, but I know, and I just accepted that this will be part of the process. So you need to accept that, so you will be more, I would say, stress free, even though when the issue might pop up, you might panic a bit, but just tell yourself that there is always a solution, there is always something that can be alternative. And again, as I said, this is definitely something that I would like to offer in the future, like everything I experimented, like the contact that I approached, the things I could just been through. So when a new person just go into there, and even the person go through and want to have like a different approach, do not start from zero, and could experiment from also someone who have been there, and try to limit all of that, all this stress, all this waste of money and time. Here, the key message I would like to say is that make it functional, make it intentional and comfortable, and also always fun. Again, this is part of the process, but this was definitely my words when I tried to do this project of remodeling. So good design is not just beautiful, it also must feel good to live in. Okay, we don't want like a piece of I don't know, like a chair or a bed who look like, okay, super beautiful, super designer-ish, stylish, but then uncomfortable to stay. No, you have like to mix both. Otherwise, what's the point? So, for example, the light colors, the mirrors, this is all the things that I try to think, because that are elements that, for example, in a very small space can open the space, you know. So there is like there are very tricks that can help you to optimize or visually make things look better. So also to choose natural texture to make it warm. This is important if you want to have something look comfy, look warm. You have to select this piece that will make it warm, right? You don't want like cold light if at the end you want something more warmful, okay, for example. But also I would say select pieces that are easy to maintain, because we want that also it lasts in the time, but not so complicated to I don't know, maintain, to clean, things like that. So it's all of a bunch of mix that is super important to think, and not necessarily at the short time, because you want that things last, okay? The more it lasts, the better. So my best tip here will be always to think like long term about things, because you want to things last, like light, airflow, materials that are resistant to humidity. Here my key message will be to have like a presentation that is sharp but also clear, like direct, okay? And this will equals to fast bookings. And definitely the right listings brings the right tenants. So I listed my apartment with all the furniture, because remember, I bought it empty and I just did from zero with all the furniture. I put everything in that. Because I said my concept was to like when you arrive in Panama, like if you are ready, if you also want to time to discover the city, but without the stress to buy all of that, because believe me, you have a lot of things going on, right? When you arrive in a new country, in a new city, or even when just you move from a place A to a place B. So for me, it's like the most of time that you may spend, or the place where it will be your cocoon, and you want to feel it very comfy, very comfortable, fast, okay? I listed everything in two platforms. Basically is Encontra 24, but also the Airbnb platform. So remember, in Panama, a lot of PH do not allow the Airbnb. Some new construction, new buildings start to allow it, but it's very few. So now that this apartment is kind of ready, I have to sell it at its best. So what I did is that I invested in a professional photos and a short video, because this definitely make the difference. You want that your goods is highlighted, right, from the market. There is a lot of, let's say, offers, and you want that your apartments go out of it, like and be in the spotlight. And for me is like everything, like you see in the commercial, at the TV, on the social network, you have to put your project at its best advantage. I think this is some details that are very important, because this makes the difference.
And this is it, guys. This is the final result with the shooting video. As you can see, it really looks professional with the angles, the light. I really appreciate the way it was recorded, and it makes its effects.
And with that, within, I would say, the same day, in a few hours, I received a lot of messages. But of course, okay, among these messages, you will always have people that will not match. You might not have the right profile, or the profile that you are looking for. And that's why it's important that after that to do a selection, to do a filter, because you definitely want to choose a tenant that match with the vibe, with your vision, because you don't want to have further troubles or problems in the future. Anyway, you have to ensure at the best, that the tenants that you will choose will be the perfect profile. And I did, with this all experience, all the things I've been through, I did my checklist, and that works now, because being at the same time the clients as tenants, but now the landlord, you kind of know what type of profile you want to have. So now the apartment covers all of its monthly cost and more. In total, I have spent $800 for the lab works, like painting. The people was like helping me to do the painting, the floor, and everything. I spent $1,055 for the materials, $5,000 for the furniture, so the furniture all the apartment, and I spent $440 for non-planning things. So what happened to me, and that's why I'm saying that be careful with the humidity or heat here, because things that you sometimes don't think about, but that happened. So I installed this floor that you can see here. So it's kind of a parquet imitation, and you have like different way to install. There's those one who do like clipping, like that clip, like literally like that. The one that you put some glue. So I did the clipping, okay, because I was like, oh, if one day I want to change it, I don't think it was like it's going to be a mess in the future if I had like to remove it with the glue or the cement or whatever. So I didn't want to have it like glue forever, so I choose this way. But the thing is that if it's not well installed, it can dwell it. It's literally what happened. So I have to remove everything and we have to reinstall again, and then the issue was solved. This type of thing might happen, so it's important to also see the qualification of the person who do the work, if they are like specialized to do. But anyway, it's part of the journey, it's part of the game, but just keep in mind that you may have these type of things coming. So in total, I spent $7,300 and I have an estimated budget of $6,500. So it's not so bad. I have kind of 800 on top of what I estimated. But again, I am quite satisfied, because what I didn't want is like to go above of the 10K, because I was not doing big work at the apartment. Again, is like renovation, and again finding like reliable tenants. All of this is something I will definitely help in the future, preparing the listing and even managing the local communication, because I want that people who are maybe come alone or alone don't go through this process alone. And to finish, my sixth part are my takeaways. So for me, the key message here is investing abroad is not just financial. For me, it was really personal, because now I can say that this apartment is part of my Panama story, right? Renovating this place taught me a lot. It wasn't just like a property. It became for me a symbol of building something from scratch in a country I choose. So would I do it again? Absolutely. And next time with even better organization, optimization, and also the contacts, because now I gained a lot. And yeah, this is part of the learning. I really enjoyed to do this and also doing this video. Now it's coming to the end. I thank you for watching this mini series. I hope you enjoy it and that it could give you some useful tips if you are considering buying or renovating in Panama. Leave your question below and in DM. Don't hesitate to write me. I like to read you. I really also enjoy that we are kind of starting something here with the community. You are very thoughtful. I really appreciate it. So please don't hesitate to support. I might do a Q&A in the future, depending of course if there is like another question. So again, thank you for being there. Thank you for watching. I see you in the next video.